So you train your tongue muscle, yeah? Tongue, because we use our tongue also to speak, yeah? Tongue or mouth muscle. The muscles within your mouth, yeah? They get trained because that's why you speak your native language that level, because you've been doing it every day and every day. You've been practicing without knowing it. You speak to your mom, you speak to your dad, your friend, your wife, your, I don't know, your yeah. So you practice. So that's why I advise you to. So a loaf of bread, yeah. So loaf of bread. She went to the store to get a loaf of bread. To get a loaf of bread here, to get it here. This is general English, yeah? It's high general English. We talked about it. We've got, in order for you to improve your English properly, that's what I think you should be careful about, is you've got general and academic. Unfortunately, I go here on live streams and I see people speaking naturally. When you say, for example, I go to purchase a loaf of bread, yeah, they say to you, no, we don't say that in America. No, you don't say spoken English, like in general English. You say, I'm gonna get a loaf of bread, and that's correct. But purchase doesn't mean you're wrong. It's just purchase is academic. I'm purchasing, yeah, a loaf of bread. Why academic is important? For example, if you're going to write a report to your friend or whatever, I'm purchasing. I would like you to authorize the payment so I can purchase a car. Yeah, you don't say I get a car. You say to your friend or to your wife or whatever, to your son, we're getting you a new car, yeah, this month. Yeah, but when you speak to your boss or speak to someone you don't know, I'm purchasing a car. So here, she went to the store to get a loaf of bread or to purchase a loaf of bread. General academic English. That's another strategy, learning strategy, combining academic and English. And then when you get to write a report, you're gonna know what to say. Yeah, you're going to know what to say. Instead of saying get a car, you'll be like, I'm purchasing a car. Yeah, purchase is formal, buy is informal. Yeah, I would say buy is semi-informal. That's like in between. It's like in between academic and general English, yeah? But purchase like more academic, to buy in between, and then to get a car, to get a bread, that's general English. So you're speaking to your American spoken language, your friends, yeah? At the friendship level, you can't say, like, if you say purchase, they're gonna tell you, oh, your English is not natural. But if you're at university, you'd be like, I'm purchasing a car, yeah? I go do my purchases. But anyways, so she went to the store. That's good, Iman. She went to the store to get a loaf of bread. That's a loaf of bread, yeah? That's a loaf here. Keep in mind, that's a loaf of bread, yeah? Loaf of bread. And then we've got another one, a slice of bread. A slice is, he ate his soup with a slice of bread. Just slice. A slice. Slice of bread. A slice of bread. Just be careful. You've got the bigger one is loaf. You buy a loaf and then you slice your loaf. Yeah, you're slicing it into slices. Yeah, you're cutting it into slices, or you chop it up. You cut or chop up my bread. Yeah, chop it up into slices. Yeah, chop up, to chop up, to cut, or to chop up. This is advanced, I would say, this is advanced general English, to cut or to chop up. To chop up. This is more natural, especially in American English, I would say, to chop up, yeah? to cut in Britain. That's what we do. So during our live show, I'm gonna let you know when I feel like it's American or more like British, yeah? So hopefully this helps your learning, especially people who are focusing maybe on the British English or the others on American. Pay attention to that. For a reason or another. So yeah, we've got a slice of bread. We've got a loaf, bigger one. Jack, thanks for joining. Hi to you. So slice of bread. He ate his soup. Yeah, he cooked a soup. After cooking a soup, he ate that soup with a slice of bread. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah. So yeah. When we slice the bread, we're talking about a sliced bread. You've got a loaf here. This is a loaf of bread. And then when we slice it, you chop it up, chopped up bread. We're talking about a sliced bread. Sliced bread. Here in the UK, you could buy your loaf of bread at a whole loaf like this one here, just a loaf, or you can get it, you can buy it sliced, already sliced, yeah, sliced bread. We're talking about sliced bread, already cut into slices, yeah, into pieces, into slices. Yeah, so sliced bread. Sliced bread. This bread was fresh yesterday, but it now stale and unwanted. You bake your own bread. So again, the notion of baking bread, yeah? You bake bread. This is really important. This is a basic common mistake, sorry, that English learners do when they refer to preparing bread, yeah, basically in oven and get ready fresh bread. They talk about cooking. I cook my bread. No, that's wrong. So you bake bread, yeah, and you cook curry. That's another strategy of learning, is using collocations. So you collocate the word bread with baking, yeah, and you collocate curry with cooking. So when you memorize now, you don't memorize just loaf of bread or baking, bacon, and then you translate it into maybe Iman, Farsi, Hindi, Urdu, or whatever, any language, or we've got here Fatima to Persian. No, what you do is baking bread and cooking curry. Baking bread, cooking curry. This is like a mental link. You link it together, yeah? So we've got, yeah, the plural of loaf is loaves. Loaves. English language is crazy, sorry about that. So loaf, you don't say loafs, you say loaves plural versus loaves. This is the plural. Please practice your pronunciation meanwhile. Loaf, loaves, yeah? Loaf of bread, 2 loaves. 1 loaf of bread, 2 loaves of a bread, yeah? Yeah, we've got here now the more like bread collocation. Do you know what collocation means? So it's two, usually 2 or 3, 2, usually 2. 2 words collocate, they come together, they link together to give a meaning. This is collocation. That's an example. The first one, brown bread. We've got 2 types of bread. We've got one brown and the other one is white, yeah? So the colors brown and white collocate well with the word bread to convey different meaning, yeah? So brown bread, we're going to look into the meaning. So brown bread versus white bread. Brown bread is healthier bread, of course, and white bread is regarded as higher in calorie and non-healthy. But so we've got brown bread, sorry, brown bread versus white bread, yeah? White bread brown bread. What's the difference here? The difference is as follows. Let's have a look at it. I'd like to define it in a more professional way, because in using more professional tools, so we could get something from them as well, not just a random definition. Yeah, I think you know that. So a brown bread, I've got here the definition here, sorry about that. So a bread that is light brown, it's not dark brown, but there is some dark brown versions as well. But bread that is light brown in color, often still containing all the natural qualities of the grain in it. So, what does that mean? So we're talking about bread is made of wheat, generally, yeah? So that grain, it has got, so the industry takes some takes some ingredients off for industrial reasons, yeah. But scientifically speaking, now we're talking about when we keep the whole grain. The more we keep the whole grain, obviously this texture is not that good, because when you taste it, it's not that good. But when nutrition wise, when we speak about um, nutrition, like when it comes to nutrients, the whole grain bread, which is brown, that's why it takes that color brown, and texture is usually different, is non-pleasant, but nutrition wise is healthier, because it still contains the main nutrients, because you're using a whole grain, or we talk about whole meal bread, we're going to see it later. So bread that is light brown in color, yeah, versus the white one, because you don't have the whole grain in it, yeah, often still containing all the natural qualities of the grain in it. That's what we mean by brown bread, yeah. So you go to the shops to get yourself bread, you've got billions of varieties now, but mainly you've got brown and white. If you look at the color, there is white bread, but there is brown bread. What's the difference? Brown is healthier because it contains the whole grain, the whole ingredients, but industry tended to remove some components, some ingredients, yeah, not using the whole grain, to make it whiter, nicer looking, good looking bread, but also the texture is nicer and more delicious. But when we talk about nutritional value, the brown bread is still healthier than white bread, yeah. Yeah, I've got here some of the products related to bread. I'm not gonna go about them that much. We've got crumpet, we've got crouton, we've got bagel, yeah, baguette, cottage loaf. These are all like different varieties of a bread. Let's head back to brown. We said there is white bread. This is the main thing, because many of you, they're not like, they're English, they haven't been living in Canada or whatever, in the US, or so we don't go about the culture that much, because we are doing like foundational course, and also we target the highest levels as well. So white bread, so we've got brown bread and white bread, yeah, bread that is light in color versus the other one light brown, but this one is light in color, made from very small grains of bleached flour that has made lighter in color by the use of chemicals, yeah. That's why it is white, because originally the grain is brown, but the industry using by the use of chemicals, they make it lighter, whiter, yeah, and tastier somehow, yeah. That's why it's regarded non-healthy bread, white bread. So the soup was served with white bread, because you've got soup or whatever, you eat it with white bread. I spread some peanut butter, yeah, on a slice of white bread, and it's so delicious. You know what? It's not only about the, you know, because when you get brown bread, use it with peanut butter, it doesn't taste that nice. But that's why people, they tend to be like a bit clever, yeah. So they use white bread because it tastes light or whatever, soft. The texture is more soft, and then they put peanut butter, which is rich in protein and calories or whatever. They don't have time usually here in the US or in the UK, sorry, or in the US or whatever, the first world countries where you would have to work hard for your money. Yeah, so white bread, brown bread. The next one, we've got corn bread. This is also famous. Luna, hi to you. Hi, nice to see you here. So we've got it's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. Never seen you, Luna. I'm here all the time. Me on Hello Talk, posting. Nice to see you too, Luna. Where have you been? I'm here every day, every moment, posting. Yeah, even though I don't go live, I post regularly on Facebook, YouTube, and updating you here when I go live and work. Sorry, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Good luck. Have a good luck. Have you done well? Did you get the question, the easy questions at the exams, like an orange? I posted it today. Orange, is it a color or fruit? Yeah, I hope you'll do well on the next one. I really hope so. So let's head back. We've done white bread, brown bread. Luna, stick around. Feel free to keep talking or whatever. I'll keep interacting with you and others. We've got corn bread. Corn, yeah, this is corn, yeah. Corn bread. What does that mean? It's a bread. Instead of using wheat to prepare it, we use corn instead, yeah? So we've got corn bread. Let me have a look. Corn bread, a type of bread made from maize, yeah? This is maize. The grain is called maize here. Maize, yeah? Corn bread. Yeah, so that's it. Usually like yellowish because it has the yellow color. The bread looks like, if you go on Google and put cornbread and see, if you don't have it in your country, you're gonna notice that it's not white or brown like we said earlier. Yeah, the main types famous here in, at least in the UK. But you're gonna notice that cornbread has got yellowish color. Yeah. We use it also at cooking. There you go. Yeah. You mean at baking, Luna? You weren't here. I was making the difference between baking and cooking. Yeah. So keep in mind, attach that. Keep it link it in your mind. You bake bread. That's another way of memorizing, because I often get questions from people. They were like, I forget vocabulary. No, you need to think also of using the right techniques or strategies to memorize. For example, this is another way to do like combine, like bake bread, cook curry, bake bread, cook curry, so you don't forget. It's harder. I imagine it would be harder for your brain to forget about that. Yeah, so corn bread, a type of bread made from maize. The grain is called maize, but the vegetable, we talk about sweet corn or corn, yeah? But we name it corn because of the plant, yeah? Corn bread. It's yellowish, it's got yellowish color, yeah? Again, I've got like bagel, crouton, crumpet. These are all related to the word bread. Maybe we deal with them in a separate live stream because they're really important. You come here to the UK, you head to the supermarket or the bakery, and you see